York 30. Sure.
Yep, York 30, and we got 7580. It was closed down. That's another track that closed down. Capitol's there. Cecil County's not that far from me. MIR is about 2.5 hours from me. So I get people from Virginia Motorsports Park. They go traveling, and they don't have to be in the points. I get all kinds of great cars show up to my track and in fact they go, you know what? My best 60-foot times is at South Mountain.
Wow.
And
nice.
The track is as smooth as the pool table. The guy who lost the track that I bought it from, when it went bankrupt, he spent a ton of money on that starting line.
Okay.
And he left us second to none starting line.
What's the elevation of the track, Mike?
510 feet.
Okay, all right. So
that's reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And it's really cool. It's got about a 1,200-foot shutdown. Everybody, we actually moved the starting line back, so we got a longer shutdown now. Back in the day, it was a 3/16 track.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it was they were running 1,000-foot before NHRA was running 1,000-foot.
Wow. Okay.
So it was actually called a 3/16 track. So now when the previous owner from me, he moved the starting line back and then made it as flat and as the pool table. I mean, it is smooth.
Nice.
And but he got rained out. He got beat up so bad, and he ended up losing the track.
Yeah.
In fact, he was trying to get it back. I backed away. I felt bad for the guy, He had everything. It was weather dependent, sunshine dependent.
One man's loss is another man's gain, and all of that. And so, Mike, back in the day, what was your hot rod of choice?
Oh, I always I loved everything. I raced whatever I got my hand on. I race it. I see how fast it is.
Okay.
But my favorite car is my little 71 Duster. I have a little 71 Plymouth Duster with a steel-headed 340, 9-inch tire slick, and it leaves like nobody's business.
Nice.
And, I'd calm it down, but I used to do some major big wheel stands and hit the 60-foot class with the rear tires. And nobody believed it was stock. It was stock stroke, and it's a regular stock stroke and 30 over 340 with steel heads.
I was gonna say the way to even trick it, make it even better is like put a long strap on the tranny blanket so the strap trips the 60-foot. You don't have to wait for the rear wheels to go by.
Well, yeah, that would actually it would hang down. It would hang down because I blew up a 727 one time, and that was. Let me tell you something. That was like stepping on a landmine when a 727 explodes.
Yeah, definitely.
But
definitely.
That's my car of choice. But I had a Motion Biscayne. That was my high school car.
Oh, nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah. That was a pretty cool car. That was a lot of fun. They called it the Battleship.
Right.
But
and you're a Long Island guy.
Yeah, Valley Stream. I grew up in Valley Stream, went to Central High School. Mike Trotter is, one of the top automotive instructors in the country. Was I happen to have him as my teacher, and then I worked with him. They actually hired me to teach at Valley Stream.
You taught ATPP, didn't you?
Yes, I did. We wrote.
Mike, do you know how Joe knows you taught ATPP?
ATTP.
Yeah, he probably was in my classes.
Yep.
In our classes, yeah.
Out in Farmingdale.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day.
Farmingdale. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we did so much. In fact, when I was going for my engineering degree, I had to do a presentation, and the dean and the department head was Professor Lagnice. I don't know if you remember him. He went and got the dean and says, do your presentation again. Can you do it? I did. So I did it, and they go, good, you're hired. I said, what about my degree? They go, you don't need it. So I never finished my engineering. I never got my degree.
Wow.
Oh, that was, too bad.
And that's all right. Listen, it doesn't matter in drag racing.
No, it doesn't. I mean? No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It didn't matter where I worked on my day job either.
Right.
But it was great. I loved teaching and being at that college because we had the Federal Test Procedure dyno there.
Oh yeah, that place was loaded for bear. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we had the top. Yeah, we played with that. We had a lot of fun. God, I don't know how we didn't kill anybody with this stuff.
It just goes to show this is the same
Small
old
world.
the same old thing where on Motormouth Radio we find all these circles that connect all the time. And when I was talking to Joe before the show, he says, "Hey, I think I know this guy." And lo and behold,
see,
yeah, Joe. All the good guys are still hanging in there, and we're loving this, and we still do it. So
right.
It's a small world. That's
Right.
like what I said when I heard Texas is doing the same thing as Englishtown. It's a small world, we're a small community.
That's it.
But everybody loves it. There isn't anybody. I always said it. My Aunt Mary, man, she had a Buick Special, man. She had the right foot. That adrenaline rush when you stomp on something that just lights up the tires and runs.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it.
Oh no. Absolutely not.
And even in a Tesla, I got Teslas at my track. They want me to put a charging station up.
Oh, cool.
I got like 5 or 6 of these guys that come down, and they actually need roll. They basically come into that category of needing a roll bar, but because of the manufacturer, we can let it slide.
You got to put like an old Sunoco 260 decal on the charging station, though, or
Cam 2.
Or Cam 2, right. That'd be great. Cam 2 with a lightning bolt.
Yeah, do we get any money for mentioning those guys?
No.
They just raised the prices on them.
No, in fact, they're probably going to charge us for using the name without approval.
Sure, yeah. The lawyers are on the other line right now.
So, Mike, do us a favor. Run down for us what's going on this season at South Mountain Raceway. What can people look forward to?
Oh, well, we had a really big, nobody ever takes care of the street class. And it's a pretty big class. And you got to run 4 DOT tires. So at the end of the season, we put a big, had to have mufflers. It doesn't have to be registered. It doesn't have to be insured, but it needs mufflers and 4 DOT tires. And it's got to be kind of, streetable. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we put a big money race together called the Street Eliminator. It's I think we got about, I don't know, 2,000 to the winner. I forget. But that's one of our, we're going to reschedule that. We do a Glory Days race. And that's a 2-day event. We do a drive-in on Saturday and a car show. In fact, Bruce Larson, I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah.
The USA 1 car, Bruce Larson, is my name. He's always coming to our track. And in fact, he's just one of the coolest guys. My sons, they're doing a drag racing movie. And you just have to come up and see it. But we're doing a Glory Days, and the owner before me was a guy named Ron Wallace. And I never heard anybody speak an ill word of this. Everybody goes, "Oh, when Ron had the track, That's all I ever heard. When Ron had the track, he did this, he did that, he did it. So I said, I'm going to build a road after. I'm going to name a road after this guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I did.
Cool.
So we named the road after. Now we have a Ron Wallace Memorial Day race. And we pack them in. And there's another guy, John Pataki. We got the Pro Sticks. We were going to have the Southeast Gases. I don't know if you ever heard of
yes. We know. Quayne Stott is...
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We know those guys.
Yep. Well, if Quayne Stott, they've been working on it. He's been doing this for about 7 years now. And it's really starting to build. I mean, I hear rumors that some pro mod races on Long Island are building some of these gases.
Okay.
Get involved with that. Right now, he's only got about 20. We had a date set for him and everything. We had 20 of these Southeast Gases guys, and now they're doing a junior stockers, and that. So it's not enough for him to field, to put a full field in.
Right.
So he said, but he's not going to any other track but ours.
Okay.
He loves what he hears about our track. So he's very tough on his rules, and so. We're not going to get it this year. We had the date, but he could only muster up about 20 cars.
Okay.
So next year, from what I hear, I got so many guys. Well, we got a pro stick class. I don't know if you guys ever heard of these guys.
Yeah. I need to accelerate the Nomad build, Joe.
Yeah, seriously.
They'll have 21 cars. Anyway.
I heard Gary Courtier. I mean, these are rumors, and I love start more rumors.
I want to put. Listen, I want to pull Willie Hassick out of retirement.
Oh my God, definitely. Yep, Willie Hassick. In fact, I went over to stop and see him, and that was when you went to stop and see him the same day. We just missed each other.
Yeah, I missed you by 2 hours. I know. I know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I always. I always pay respect when I go spend when I see Willie.
Yes.
Because when I had my stupid Biscayne motion car, he was in that one city hauler, standing the thing up on the bump and I'm with a small block, and I'm like, how does he do that? You know?
Oh yeah.
And that was a real junior stock. I mean, that car ran. That car ran well. So we bring that back, and that's what everybody wants to see. Big wheels there. I got the Pro Stick guys, and these guys do the same thing. But they're running a bracket race where Quayne Stott is. Listen, it's heads up. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's pure. He's the purist.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I love about him. That's why he's getting the draw that he gets. And we got to bring it back to that. And let me tell you something. You got to see the young people that are driving these cars. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not the old. There's some old guys like me and Joe, out there, but and Willie.
Right.
But he's got some young kids throwing through the gears, dumping the clutch at $9,000. With these, it's just cool. You know, if you couldn't get it in 1967, you couldn't have it on your car.
Right.
He's really good. We're going to get him up there, and I know that'll put us really on the map because everybody knows these guys.
Oh, sure.
And they go, when I had it. Everybody, Mike, I'm coming up to that race. I says, well, I hate to disappoint you now. You're not coming this year.
Yeah.
But we'll get them, Ray. We will get them. So,
Mike,
I
was going to say, I want you to tell everybody how to get in touch with you, where they can find information on the track and all after you finish it, your thought.
Oh, sure. Reach me on my cell phone. It's funny. I had this announcement when I first started with the track, and he was. They didn't believe. First of all, I think I'm going to get some kind of award for the guy who drives the furthest to run his track, go to work. I drive from Valley Street 210 miles every Saturday morning, get the track ready, run it Sunday, and I'm home by 11 o'clock Sunday night.
Wow.
So I think if there's an award for, I think I got everybody beat. I don't think there's anybody who travels further than me to run a drag strip. But let me tell you something. I sold my home. And we just having a ball. It's the overrated houses. I'm having more fun. I don't care. We just built a man cave, a garage. Yeah. But you take this number down, Ray. You can give it to everybody. I want to announce it because I'm putting your name out there. It's public. Somebody better get the information right from Mike Natoli than get it wrong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I know the Naps, and I know Bobby Domino. I know all these guys. They were grassroots. They were down in the, I go down the staging lane. I tell everybody that works for me, I said, who pays you? And if they say you do, Mountain Mike, I go, wrong answer. Every one of those spectators, every one of those people in cars, everybody got their grandkids, those are the people that pay your salary. Make sure they have a great time when they come to South Mountain Raceway.
Right. What's that number, Mike?
Number one thing, 347-522 6466.
Got it.
And you want to call me, SouthMountainRaceway.com.
Got it.
We got a website. We got Facebook. In fact, I'm telling you, this part of Pennsylvania, I love, Long Island. I grew up in Long Island. Best people in the world, everybody worked for somebody. Hazelton, Grumman, Eaton, whatever. You could have anything made. The guy who made my distributor, he did nuclear power plants. I said, I need this. And he goes, yeah, here you go. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now is like Mechanicsburg.
Right.
That's the town next to me. It's like Grumman was.
The
people around here are just like that.
That's
these
great.
People, they're all engineers, machinists. They're the greatest people I've ever worked with.
And you go one town over, you can get your carriage fixed at Abe's Buggy Barn over there in Amish country.
You got it. We got Lancaster right down. Yep.
Right. All right.
That's amazing.
Mike, we're going to have to run and get our last segment in, but we appreciate you coming on with us, and we're going to follow up with you, get you back on again, maybe sometime over the summer. We'll see if we can, or maybe I don't know. The summer's probably bad because you're in the middle of race season, but we'll definitely keep in touch and keep getting the information out to the people.
Yeah, in other words, we'll plug you.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Ray, we